Hello, it's Sherry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, if you're new here, this is my grief journey. I have been making videos since sometime in December, um, basically about my grief journey. Um, I have several videos up called My Grief Journey, and I would invite you to go back and look at them. Um, Especially the first one. It's My Grief Journey #1. It kind of explains a little bit more about me and what all I'm going through and everything. And I I just think that's a good starting point. This is my cat. This is my cat Snowball, and yes, she has a donut around her because she has a little wound that I'm healing, trying to. Anyway, anybody that's been watching my videos knows she makes an appearance in all of them. She likes to make her presence known. Anyway, so for all my followers, welcome. I wanted to jump on here today because I feel like when I do something that's important, I want to tell you. And what I did today was something that was very important for me. Other people might think it was no big deal, but for me, it was a big deal. What I did today, and just a refresher here, my husband passed away in September of 2024. It has been a little over 17 months. And what I did today was I took his clothes and donated them to Goodwill. And for some people, they might think, oh, well, that's no big deal. I have not been able to, it's been over 17 months. I have not been able to do that. I packed his clothes up on day 2 and had them in boxes. They have sat in my bedroom ever since. And anytime I thought about it, I couldn't do it. I would break down, could not do it. I actually have carried them into the living room, going to take them out to the car. I would break down and I'd carry them back in the bedroom. So this has been going on for 17 months. And I finally did it today without tears. I didn't cry. And I just had to share that for me, it was a huge step. And so, which I know, no matter what, and I'm not trying to get all religious or anything, but I will say God helped me through that. I knew I was going to do that today. I did pray. I prayed beforehand and asked God to give me strength to get through that. And God did. And, God does answer prayer. And so, like I said, I'm not trying to get into a big religious thing, but this was monumental for me. And like I said, it may not be for those darn horns behind me looking like they're my horns again. By the way, I'm getting rid of those. And that's another thing. I've started purging things in my house. I'm going through things. I'm getting rid of things. If it's things that I haven't used in a long time, they're going. I actually took like 8 boxes to Goodwill today. So it wasn't just my husband's clothes. I took other things. But those horns, I just wanted to point that out because I mentioned those horns. I may have mentioned it in other videos. Those belong to my father. They're probably at least 60 years old. So, they have a lot of sentimental value to them. However, I'm doing a lot of things in my home. I'm doing remodeling in my kitchen. And I'm going to go room by room. I'm going to do things. I'm making changes. And I just realized those horns just really don't match anything. They don't They don't go with anything I have. And so, but I didn't want to just get rid of them. And by the way, the leather on them is really bad shape. It's really old and brittle. And so I called the only person I could think of that might be interested. And I called my nephew, asked him if he remembered them. And of course he did. And I asked him if he wanted them. And he said that yes, that he said he'll take them. He'll put them in his office. And he said, and the good thing is, I told him the leather on it is just in bad shape. And he said he owns his own business, and he said right beside his business is a leather shop. And he said I'm just going to take it over there and have them re-leather it. So it all worked out. It all worked out wonderfully, because I can get rid of those without guilt, without feeling horrible. Because I was afraid if I got rid of them, I would just feel so bad and so guilty, because they belonged to my father. But I'm okay, because I'm giving it to my nephew, and he will keep it as long as he wants. But he'll always know they were my dad's, and he'll always know they were his grandpa's. So keeping it in the family. But anyway, I'm doing things like that. I'm getting rid of things. I've been working on my kitchen. I got new countertops in today, and they're going to go over this. Where they're going is where the cabinets are that hold all my pots and pans. Well, I had to clean out all of that before I put new countertops on there. And I started going through them. And I was like, if I haven't used it in a long time, and I don't plan to use it in a long time, I'm getting rid of it. And I got rid of a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's some things that I haven't used in a long time that I kept because, for instance, my mixer. I'm going to keep my mixer because, I might need it someday when I bake a cake. But I had so many things down there that, coffee cups. Oh my God, that wasn't down there. That's another cabinet. But I need to get rid of some coffee cups. I bet I had at least 40 coffee cups. And I don't even drink coffee hardly. So that's even funnier. I don't drink coffee. I drink coffee, but not a lot. Not a lot. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I do like my hot chocolate, though. But the point is, I don't need that many cups. It even goes funnier than that, because my husband was not a coffee drinker. He did not drink coffee at all. So why did we have all these coffee cups? And so today I got rid of some. I don't know. I think I probably got rid of about 10 cups. And that was mainly because I just didn't have I didn't have boxes, and I also didn't have anything to wrap. I didn't have a whole lot of stuff to wrap any glassware in. And so what I'll probably do is buy me some bubble wrap, and so that I can get rid of some more things. But anyway, just things like that I'm starting to get rid of. I'm starting to get rid of things. You suddenly turn around one day and think, why do I have all this stuff? I have so much stuff. So that's where I'm starting to do that. So I'm going to get off of here. I just jumped on here quickly, mainly to tell you that I took my husband's clothes to Goodwill, which I thought was monumental. Okay? It was monumental to me. So I'm going to say my 3 things I always say. I always say it's okay to not be okay. I'm having an okay day, though. I'm having an okay day. I did not have a bad day. I did that and didn't have a hard time at all. But if you're someone that's done the same exact thing and you did cry, that's okay. That is absolutely okay. I thought I would, but I didn't. I didn't. And I'm just so happy that I'm like, it's like a weight's been lifted off of me. Like I did, it just, it was like weighting me down that I needed to do this. But then, and as I always say, grief never dies. It is, wait, forget that. Grief never ends. I don't know where that came from. Grief never ends. It is a journey, and it changes, but it never ends. This is what I was going to say. The love never dies. And it doesn't. It's there. I know it's there. I felt like, to be perfectly honest, I felt like my husband's presence was with me. And because he knew how hard this was for me. And I think he was there. I think he was, I think he was with me. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to say my 3 things real quick. Everybody have a very blessed day. Count your blessings. Think of one positive thing that you've done today or you're going to do. I did do something positive, not just for myself, but I donated those clothes, and I, maybe somebody out there, maybe there's a little guy out there, because my husband was small. He was a small guy. And maybe there's somebody that can wear his clothes and get some use out of them. And so anyway, everybody have a very blessed day, and I will talk to you in a couple days. Bye-bye.